Hello and welcome to the show. Welcome to the Tracy Show. Today we are going to talk about the first black male fashion designer. His name is Stephen Barrows. Let's get into it. Stephen Barrows, born September 15th, 1943, is an American fashion designer based in New York City. Barrows studied at Fashion Institute of Technology, then began work in the New York City's Garment Center, alternately managing his own business and working closely with luxury department store Henry Bendel. He is known for being one of the first African American fashion designers to sell internationally and develop a mainstream high fashion clientele. His garments, known for their bright colors and lettuce hem, curly edges, became an integral part of the Fun City, New York City disco dancing scene of the 1970s. Barrows was born in Newark, New Jersey on September 15th, 1943. Born to parents Octavia Pennington and Gerald Barrows. He was raised by his mother and his maternal grandmother, Beatrice Pennington Banks Simmons. Fascinated with his grandmother's zigzag sewing machine, he learned to sew early. He made his first garment for a friend's doll when he was 8 years old. As a high school student, Barrows took dance lessons and loved the mambo. He began heading to Manhattan on Sundays to dance at the Palladium nightclub and began sketching dresses he wanted for his partners. When he graduated from Newark's Arts High School, he first enrolled at the Philadelphia Museum College of Art, intending to be an art teacher. Inspired by dress forms he came across during a tour of the college, he transferred to New York City's Fashion Institute of Technology, where he met a fellow student, Betty Davis, who became his friend and an early muse. He found his studies frustrating since FIT professors taught a set of basic draping rules that Barrows had no patience with. Even then, he had established his spontaneous style of cutting at all angles, stretching edges of grain and draping as he went. Nonetheless, he graduated in 1966. Barrows began his working career with a job blouse manufacturer, Weber Originals. Gradually, his work was picked up by small shops, and in 1968, he began working with Andy Warhol and his entourage at Max's Kansas City and selling his clothing across the street at his old boutique on Park Avenue South. Barrows' workshop was in the basement of the boutique on Park Avenue South. His team consisted of his friends, leatherware designer Bobby Breslow, former FIT classmate William Hill as the pattern maker, and fabric designer Hector Torres. Barrows' clothes were described as the fashion embodiment of the electric sexuality of his era. The women who wore his clothes gave off an aura of frantically creative days and wild nights filled with disco music and glamorous people. The O Boutique closed in the spring of 1970. Barrows and his partner, Roz Rubenstein, created a ready-to-wear collection that was sold to the luxury department store Borwick Taylor. As a former student of FIT, there was a desire amongst the classmates to sell their lines at the famous retailer Henry Bendel. When Burroughs was introduced to Geraldine Stults, Bendel's owner, she loved the coat he wore to meet her, so much that she gave him an in-store boutique at Henry Bendel on West 57th Street in 1970. Fashion model Pat Cleveland was a fitting model for Burroughs at Bendel's studio. And let me stop right here for 1 second. Pat Cleveland is one of my favorite models. I will probably do a story about her. But let's keep going. Steven designed the outfits for the Supremes' 1971 concert in Central Park, along with stylizing the three women in the fall of 1973. Burroughs' first lingerie sleepwear collection, called Stevie's, was introduced at Henry Bendel's, Bonwit Taylor, Lord & Taylor, and Bloomingdale's, as well as stores in Chicago, San Francisco, and elsewhere. Burroughs was one of the 5 American fashion designers chosen to showcase their work as advertisement at Versailles, held on November 28, 1973. The event has come to be known as the Battle of Versailles fashion show. He was the youngest of the American designers to show a collection at the show by more than a decade. In 1975, Jacqueline Smith of Charlie's Angels fame appeared in a commercial for Burroughs perfume, Stephen B. 3 years later, fellow angel Farrah Fawcett wore his gold chainmail dress to the Academy Awards, where she was a presenter. In February 1981, Brooke Shields, at age 15, appeared on the cover of Cosmopolitan magazine wearing Stephen Burroughs. Other women who loved his clothes included Barbra Streisand, Cher, The Supremes, Bette Midler, and Jerry Hall. In May 2006, the Council of Fashion Designers of America honored Burroughs with the Board of Directors Special Tribute. Around the same time, Burroughs was invited by Chambray Syndicate de la Mode to return to Paris to present his Spring-Summer 2007 collection in the Carousel de la Verre. In addition to Stephen Burroughs' World, Burroughs expanded his company to include a number of labels drawn from various points of inspiration. S by Burroughs was created for a venture with Home Shopping Europe, HSN, in Munich, Germany, while Everyday Girl was inspired by Anna Cleveland, daughter to muse and model Pat Cleveland, and SB73, a cut and sew knit line that was developed based on Burroughs' hallmark color-blocked creations of the 70s. First Lady Michelle Obama wore a Burroughs jersey pantsuit to an event in Washington, D.C., of which Vogue magazine wrote, quote, "It was a wonderful acknowledgement of Burroughs, one of the great African-American designers and a Harlem resident known for his inventive cuts and bias techniques. Some of Burroughs' awards consist of the Carty Award, American Fashion Critics Award, 1973, American Fashion Critics Special Award, 1974, American Fashion Critics Award, 1977, Council of American Fashion Critic Award, 1975, Knitted Textile Association Crystal Ball Award, 1975, Bronze Plaque on the Fashion Walk of Fame, 2002, Council of Fashion Designers of America, Board of Directors Special Tribute Award, 2006, Key to the City of Newark, New Jersey, 2016, and many more. Burroughs' work as a fashion designer has been the subject of a series of retrospectives in 1940 through 1970s, Cut and Style at New York's Fashion Institute of Technology, the 1970s at the Tribute Gallery in New York, and in Back to Black Art Cinema and the Facial Imaginary at Whitechapel Gallery in London in June of 2005. In 2013, the Museum of the City of New York mounted the first major examination of Burroughs' work in Stephen Burroughs When Fashion Dance with an accompanying catalog. So can we please give a hand clap for Mr. Burroughs? We thank you for everything that you have given to the culture, to the fashion world. You are amazing. God bless you. And to the people in the back, thank you for listening and watching. And please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and please comment. Give me your thoughts and opinions. If you know anything about Mr. Stephen Burroughs, if you've heard of him, if you've known anyone that wore his designs or still wear his designs, even his perfume, I just saw it on eBay. I might try it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Burroughs, mwah, we love you.